Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to CPM Insights. I am Selvan Katukran, your friendly neighborhood. Did I just say that? Just another guy with a blog. So, this new year, I decided I will add a new medium to CPM Insights, and that's the reason why you're watching this video on this YouTube channel. I don't know, some of you might have listened to our podcast. So when we started the podcast, I realized how easy it is, or maybe it's hard too, to create content. And that's why I decided I will add a video channel to CPM Insights. So now you're going to listen to me and watch me rather than just reading what I write. I don't know which one is better. You reading what I write, or you listening and watching me now? Going forward, I am planning to do more video blogs. So I'll be writing about stuff, and more I will be just showing and telling you how I got there. So you're gonna listen to me talking about OneStream and Oracle stuff in this new channel. So a subscribe would be amazing. And you can also click on the bell notification that will let you know whenever I post a new video. With that, let's jump right to it. Today, we're going to look at MindStream Toolbox. Some of you might have read my blog post about MindStream Toolbox. So in order to access MindStream Toolbox, of course, you have to go to the MindStream Analytics website. And when you are on the MindStream Analytics website, you can see a link up there on top which says Toolbox. You can click on the Toolbox link, and that will take you to the MindStream Analytics Toolbox page. You could see all the Toolbox items there. There are a few of them there. We are today going to look at MindStream Dashboard Extractor. So some of you might ask, why Dashboard Extractor? Can OneStream download the dashboards or extract the dashboards? Yes, of course, OneStream can extract dashboards. However, it's not just extracting the dashboard. It does more things. So OneStream's load and extract can download the components separately, the parameters separately, and all the adapters, everything that makes up the dashboard, you can do it separately. And all the stuff that doesn't make up the dashboard also, you can extract them. However, MDE or MindStream Dashboard Extractor is a simpler take on the whole dashboard extraction, where all you have to do is you just go ahead and then select the dashboard you want to extract. Once you select a dashboard and click extract, it goes and finds out all the components that are used, and then it extracts all the components that are needed to recreate that dashboard. So it's easier if you want to migrate some dashboards to another environment, or my use case, I use it for an entirely different purpose. I have a set of dashboards that I always keep moving from solution to another solution. So it's easier once I have the layout done and everything there. It's easier for me to go back and extract it and then keep changing it here and there, and then keep moving it to different solutions. So that's what I use it mainly, and I kind of like it. Maybe it's because I created it. OneStream also allows you to do something similar. It's in the marketplace. If you ever been into marketplace, you can see a link there which says Solution Builder. When you go to the Solution Builder, you can use the layout templates where you could say, okay, just let me create a dashboard, let's say 3 columns. Or let's say I want to create a dashboard with tabs in it. So there are specific layouts that are present there. You can pick one of the layout, and then you can just go ahead, give a different name and everything, and then it will create that dashboard and then give all the components and then give it to you. I kind of like this way, and again, I'm biased because I created it. So it's just that once you have that set, it's easier to go ahead and recreate it, change some things here and there, and then use it. So that's my use case. You could find a different use case for it, or the simpler use case is to move dashboards between environments without knowing what components make up the dashboard and what file resources you need and all those things. So in order to download it, what you need to do is you need to fill your details in there. So the email address is, you cannot use your personal email address, so your Gmail and Yahoo are not going to work, unfortunately. So you'll have to use a corporate email address, and I'm going to use my MindStream email address here. Just going to fill up the details, and once you are done filling up all the details there, you can just click on submit. What that will do is it will take you to the download page of MDE. You can click on download, and that will let you save a zip file. So I'm going to just save it to here. Once you have saved the file, in order to set it up in an application, you need to log into your application. So I have a local OneStream instance running, so I'm just going to install it there. Once you are in that application, you need to log in to the application, navigate to application, load extract, and in there you can select the file that we just downloaded. So I'm just going to select that. And once you have done the selection, you can import that solution by clicking on the load button. So it is now loading the solution into the application. And once that is done, you can navigate to one place and use the dashboard profile and click on that dashboard to launch the setup screen. So on the setup screen, you need to set up some tables for MDE to work, and that's the case with almost all the specialty planning applications. All you do is click on the setup table, and if the solution table is created without any error, you will see a screen like this, and you can then launch the solution. Now what happens if I go back and click here again? So let me close this out and then say, okay, I am going to look at that again. It's directly going to open the main screen. So when you have uploaded the file for the first time, it will take you to the solution setup page. Once you have set it up, it's always going to go back to the main page. Talking about main page, MDE got 3 pages. One is the one that you're looking at, and then there is a settings page where you can uninstall the solution. So UI and full, there is a difference between that. When you uninstall the UI, the entire dashboards are deleted. The rules stay, the tables, backend tables, they will stay. Everything else other than the dashboards will stay there. Uninstall full just wipes out everything. You have a help file here so that you can look at how to extract it, how to use it. So the help file is in there. So those are the 3 pages that MDE uses. And on the main page, the left hand side will show you all the dashboards that are present in your application. So I have all these dashboards present. You could even filter. So if you know the names, I'm going to just extract all the MDE ones. All the MDE ones, it will show up. Like anything that has the word, if it contains that word, it's going to show up there. So I'm going to extract one dashboard and then show you how it comes out and everything. So I'm going to extract the dashboard help. So the one that we looked at earlier. So just select the dashboard and then click on the add dashboard for extraction button. It's going to move the dashboard into the selected dashboard area. You group the selection by maintenance unit and by a dashboard group name. What it does is it kind of slightly mimics the tree structure and then shows you the dashboards that you have. In case if you added one more and then you need to remove that guy, you can use the checkbox, or in some other versions you can just highlight the row. Some versions won't have the checkbox. So you can just highlight the row and then use the remove button. If you want to remove everything, you can check the select all button or just click the individual ones. So I just selected that guy and then said remove it from there. So I'm going to remove the grouping. So I just have the help dashboard there. So let's extract the dashboard. Click on that extract dashboard button and there we go. It's done. All you now have to do is download the dashboard XML file. When you click on it, what's going to happen is it is going to open up the XML file in your default editor. So sometimes probably your XML, you don't have an application assigned to it, so it's probably going to ask you to select an application as a default application to open it up. Usually the case is it's going to open up in IE. You can change the default application assignment and then make it open up in any editor of your choice. So mine is set up to already Notepad++. That's why it directly opened up in here. So if you look at the structure, you will see that it did go ahead and extract it from the maintenance unit. You will also see that it did extract a file resource because it's a PDF file. It did extract that. It did extract all the parameters it need. Did extract all the components that it need. And if you look at the dashboards, even though we extracted only one, it did extract 3 others. Because the reason for that is because the dashboard that we extracted got 2 embedded dashboard in it. So that's why it did go ahead and extracted the other dashboards and all the components that are needed to recreate this dashboard. So there we go. It did go ahead, did that. Okay, now how do we test it? So I'm going to do an uninstall of this and that's gone now. I won't be able to see the dashboard over there. So if you go back in here, you will not see the dashboard extractor. So what do we do now? We're just going to import this back into the system. So let's go back, load the extractor dashboard, and it says that the application type is dashboard. Just click on the load button like we did earlier. And now we come back, refresh. There we go. We have the dashboard maintenance unit here. And in the dashboard group, you will see the help dashboard that we just imported back. And when you look at it, it's the same help file that we saw. When you click on it, it goes to the links and everything, and it works. So did extract it, we are able to import it back. So now let's get our MDE back up here so that we can continue with our video. So I'm gonna just put it back again in there, and now we need to go ahead and then do it. As I was saying earlier, for the first time, if you are importing the solution, it is going to go back to the setup page all the time. So you just have to click the setup solution, or setup tables rather. It is not going to do anything because the tables are already there. When you launch the solution, you will see that MDE is in here. Now this is one thing you have to keep in mind, because we did an uninstall of the UI. Even though the name shows up here, what happens is there is something behind the scene as a UUID, which is nothing but universal ID for each dashboard. So what happens is that was an old UID, and if you now try to extract it, you're gonna get an error. That's the error message, because it cannot find a dashboard associated with that UID up here. So let's say that I am going to add that same help file in here. Now it got added and you see twice. However, if I remove everything and now try to add this guy again, it is going to say that it is already there. The reason being, all the dashboards are associated with a universal ID. We did go ahead and uninstall the UI, so it wiped out all the dashboards. However, we didn't do a full uninstall for MDE. MDE still kept the reference to the old dashboard or the old UID, and it was still there. If you now try to extract it, it's going to get an error. So that's something like you have to keep in mind, and it's again error checking as well. So we have that in there. So I am going to, since we already did that, I'm going to extract 2 things. One is the dashboard extractor frame, so that I can explain something which MDE cannot do right now. And also let's look at another one coming from a different dashboard unit. So I'm going to extract something from MMM, which is also a MindStream solution, a toolbox item. So if you now do a grouping, this is kind of going to give you a much better idea of how the tree works in here. So now we're trying to download 2. So as I was explaining the solution builder from OneStream, there's a specific dashboard, or the dashboard that we are looking at, it has a specific name, which is nothing but a navigation panel dashboard. So what that means is it has a navigation panel and it has buttons which open up multiple dashboards in there. So this is a navigation panel dashboard. The difference of that is when MDE does export the dashboards, it, however, cannot extract the navigation panel type of dashboards. And the reason being, there are some components that make the navigation panel dashboard work. It's a button clicks. When you click on a button, it is going to open up another dashboard. So MDE right now doesn't handle that. So you have two different maintenance unit which we extracted that has all the dashboard groups in there, and you can see it has a lot more groups because that one single dashboard is coming up from all these different dashboards. So what we did was we only extracted this guy. It did go ahead and then grabbed all the other items that it needs to create it. So let's look at the navigation panel one. So if we look up this, it did download all the other dashboards that are components of it. However, the header one is the one which has the navigation panel. And if you look at the component members of that, these are the buttons. It's just the buttons that shows the help file. So when I clicked on the help page, it showed me the help file. When I clicked on the settings, it showed me the help settings page. And when I showed MMM or MMDE, it did show that one. Now, if we look at the components, so if we look at the button show help, what happens is that button is bound to a parameter, which is nothing but that guy. What that does is when you click on that button, it says, okay, for that parameter, this is the value. So I am saying, go ahead and then select this particular dashboard as a button click, and that's how it works. However, MDE does not look for the param value. So this guy, when I click on MDE, it is going to open up that particular dashboard. So that's why MDE cannot go ahead and then find out this, at least for now. Maybe you can add that and request as an enhancement, and we can add that in there. However, for now, it's not going to work. So any navigation panel type of dashboards, it won't extract everything. It will extract what is in there. It won't extract the buttons, button click dashboards. The same case with open dialog buttons as well. So if a button is, if you click on it and it opens a dashboard, which is an open dialog type of buttons, that also won't work with MDE right now. So that is what MDE cannot do. What it can do is it can extract dashboards from any maintenance unit. It can grab all the components along with it, and you can recreate that. However, it cannot extract the navigational type dashboards and also the dialog box dashboards. You can go ahead and download it, play with it, and let us know if you have any issues, and if you want any enhancements, we can definitely look at that and then add that into a different version. Thank you for watching. Thank you for downloading.